basically there's one good pile and 3 troubled piles. So first I want to there's no thermometers, you don't know what the temperature is. I guess I will tell you that we set it up the Sunday before this Sunday. So it's like a little over a week that they've been set up. So first I want you to just use your eyes, nose, intuition, heart, hands to just check out all of these piles. And then we're going to discuss what the issues might be.
This one,
The whole pile is like that much nitrogen.
I feel like this
it
one's
has like way too much carbon.
Too much carbon for this one.
If you dig all the way
Is it
down,
wet though?
It's if you go all the way like deep down,
That one I would say is too
it doesn't look wet, and I'm still pulling out only carbon. So I don't know if it was a scientific deduction, but when I was digging down, I was getting down to here and still finding carbon. Like I would have thought I would have found soil.
I feel like the ratio could be better somehow for the heat to distribute and everything to be active, because there's activity in certain spaces and deep in, but the whole thing isn't going through the whole germy thing, you know? They're not eating, and then it's not heating up.
All right, so somebody who has investigated all of the piles and wants to share.
We first looked at that pile and we dug in and we thought that there was too much nitrogen. It kind of smelled like ammonia, and it was just stinky. And most of this furthest one, and there was still a lot of like whole vegetable matter that didn't look like it had decomposed. Then we reached into this next one and we thought it was the good one. There was a lot of what felt like humus. I think that's the word. And it felt like a good ratio between the brown carbon material and like the humusy. And when we reached in, it got like too hot to touch, so we removed our hands. Then for this one, we thought that there was too much carbon. This row reached their hand in and got like all the way up to their elbow before they reached organic, like vegetable matter. And it just didn't, like, it never got really all that hot. The other thing for the one that we thought was good was that we squeezed the humus and it had that nice like 50-50 water to soil ratio or compost ratio. And then for this last one, we thought it was too dry. Things weren't really decomposing so much. And we found, what was that? Actinobacteria, which I think indicates that it was at a good temperature. Yeah.
Because the bacteria likes the heat.
Because the bacteria likes the
But
heat.
it's commonly mistaken for mycelium.
But it's commonly mistaken for mycelium. But we thought it was too dry.
Thank you. All right, Ellie and Drew helped set this up. So they have all the answers. So we're going to let you guys know what's up.
Yeah, so y'all were pretty spot on with that first pile over there. It did not receive any water, which was like extremely hard to do when we were building it. I kept being with the hose being like, no, okay, not watering that pile, not watering that pile. And then the second one, same, y'all were pretty spot on. It's too much carbon. The third one and the fourth one, there's a little bit of a mix-up. I mean, I heard some people liking that fourth pile, so if you like that fourth pile, that's the pile that we tried to do it right. And then the third pile is like double the amount of food scraps. Then it's too much nitrogen. So really this is just a lesson of how forgiving composting can be.
We're paying attention to the
So I thought it was cool that most of the temperatures were all pretty high, like 135 or so. The temperature on that dry pile was lower, about 120. So we didn't hit our technical pathogen reduction temperature of 131 degrees. So the lack of moisture kind of slows down that decomposition activity, and we didn't get as much heat generated because of that. These two piles are supposed to be wrong, but like their temperatures are still good. And when you're like digging through them, they still seem okay. And you know, we tried to overload this with nitrogen, but it still doesn't like smell that bad. So yeah, as Ellie said, it speaks to how forgiving the compost process is. So there is a science, but it's also an art, and it's an experiential, intuitive process as well. And as you work with the materials, you'll start to understand their nuances, how different feedstock materials behave in the compost pile. Yeah, there's the carbon and nitrogen, and there's like the bulk density aspect of it, but you'll also just notice different details about how different materials break down in the composting process. Are you guys up for trying to fix the pile? Yeah. How would you guys fix the piles?
Combine 2 and 3.
Mix them all together.
All right, let's mix it all up. If anyone wants to start filling the wheelbarrow with some wood chips. Looks like we're done making this beautiful windrow pile. So great job, everyone. Y'all are compost rock soil stars. Devon would like to do a circle around our community windrow compost pile.
I bring you here to put your hands on the dirt. And we're gonna go in a circle. And as you do this, you can see that there's different pieces of the pile. There's different parts of life going on. There's different pieces. So we're going around giving reverence to what we just created. We understand what's going on with this pile right now. We done put all the things that it needs. It's feeling wet. It's feeling like it's gonna be taken off, honestly. So that's the major thing I want to do. Get y'all close. And that was it. You know?
Yay!